So I thought today we'd look at steps, just you and I, uh, of how you go about getting uh, hooked up, connected to different distributors so that you have parts. And I also want to cover some of the little secrets that um, most of these places don't want you to know as well, of how it can save you money. All right, so you want to get set up. Do you want to get set up carrying the OEM or the aftermarket? If it's OEM, you have to find, like, in our neck of the woods, we deal with a company called Gardner Canal. And they handle like the Home Light, Tecumseh, Kohler, Hydro Gear. See, a lot of these distributors don't handle just one, but they're kind of assigned for our area. They're the only distributor that can handle those OEM parts. And then you have like Atlantic Power, and they handle OEM Briggs, but they also carry some aftermarkets there. And if you want to do the aftermarkets, you have companies like uh, Stens Corporation, STNS, corporation. You can find them online. You can find all these guys online. You've got Rotary. They're a good company to deal with. Well, Stens and Rotary are kind of the bigger two for the lawn and garden as far as aftermarkets go. Uh, and they all work the same way. You have to have a tax ID and a business name that's registered. And most times, if you're doing a sole proprietorship or whatever, it's just they kind of basically use your social security, last I knew. But with us, we went incorporated, so everything's under the corporation, and Northern New York Parts is a division of the corporation. But we all use the same sales tax number because we also have a farm division, which is my farm parts. But again, they both use the same unique tax ID. The only thing it changes is the business name. They're going to want you to fill out an application, and a lot of them you can find right online. You can download them. Just say that you're interested in becoming a dealer for them, and where you're located. They may ask some questions about your business. Some of the OEMs, if you're going to be doing uh, floor planning with them, they'll want pictures of the inside of your buildings, the layout, how their products are going to be displayed. The aftermarket companies, not so much, but they do like preseason orders in the spring and the fall. Um, so what they'll also ask you to do is fill out a credit application so that you have like a revolving credit with them. Be careful of that because the sales guys that are going to be assigned to you, the more you sell, the more they make. And they're there to push a product. So don't let them talk you into how to run your business. You run your business the way you want to run your business. And then they're supposed to be there to kind of help you facilitate getting repairs done on equipment where you need parts. But it's pretty easy process. The other thing I would say, depending on your location, because, with YouTube, you could be in Texas. So what I would recommend is just simply Google search, who is the distributors for lawn and garden in my area? And then go from there. There's sometimes you'll get like a smaller distributor that's close to you that you have to go through, which is a pain in the backside because I hardly ever have any parts in stock. So pick and choose who to work with. Don't spread yourself too thin, where you're hooked up with all of these guys, until you get underway. And the dirty little secret that they don't want you to know, that I know, and my customers know, is this day and age. That's how the business has changed so much that I can go on to eBay and Amazon for a lot of these parts, the aftermarkets, and I can get them cheaper off there with free shipping than I can go on through a distributor. Yeah. I mean, they decimated a lot of these distributors because they just, they'll say, well, it's not up to our specs, or this ours are better, or they're all coming from the same place. When I get even OEMs and I look at the bag and it says made in China, all right, so it may have been made in China, but so isn't all this stuff coming in from China. You pick and choose. But if you're starting the way I hope you're starting, and that is keeping your debt low, just order what you need. When it comes to parts, check eBay, Amazon. eBay is usually the cheaper one. And a lot of times, if you buy more than one, they'll discount it more anyways. But that's how you get hooked up with them. And you just got to be careful with the preseason orders because they'll try to push, the bigger the order, the better the savings you're going to have. And that's fine. But 2 to 3 months down the road, they want all that money paid back. And if you don't pay it back, now you're going to start get hit with interest. And you can easily do what I did. I've got hundreds of thousands of dollars in parts here. And a lot of them are new old stock now, that I bought that I thought was going to sell because it sold the year before, and nothing. It just kind of died right off. That older equipment got thrown away and they went and bought brand new, and it took different parts. So the other thing you want to be careful of is don't become overstocked. Most of your dealers now, your repair shops, are carrying the basics. And if it comes to something you want, they'll say, well, I can order it for you. And that way they keep your overhead lower. And if you can keep your overhead lower, you can pass that on to the customer. So I hope that's helped a few of you folks out there that are just getting in and trying to find your way. So on that note, good luck with your shop. And if you have any questions, put them in the comment section. I read them all. And you may have some ideas for the folks that watch the channel, even better. I'm doing this because if I can help just one person, then I've done okay. I'm 60 years old. I'm already on the, and you're not seeing very many young people get into it because it is kind of a hair pulling at times. But for me, it's well worth it. All right.